Hi, I installed recently on my Tesla Model 3 the trailer hitch in order to carry my bikes. Later on I decided to also use that same hitch to attach the trailer, but the issue was that I couldn't find any wiring harness to attach the trailer in the Tesla in order to have brake lights, license plate and turn signals transferred to the trailer. So I decided to do myself. Please watch preceding videos to see how. Schematic is fairly simple. There are 3 relays and each relay supports 2 inputs because the standard 4-way trailer connector, each side has a turn signal and also brake light connected to it. So basically on the schematic each relay supports one side of the turn signal and the brake light. So you see that diodes basically isolates those outputs from each other. And also there is a third diode connected to the relay coil. This is called flyback diode. This is in order to prevent ECU damage. I'll explain everything later too. So standard 4-way trailer wiring harness consists 3 input signals. One goes left side turn and also brake. And the second one goes right side turn and the brake. And the third input is the tail light. That's why in the previously on the schematic you see 3 relay inputs supplying per channel. If you look at the pinout on the diagram, 4-way connector, you see that right turn and also let's say right brake light supplied the green wire. The left turn and the left brake light supplied the yellow one, and also there is the brown cable that is for tail lights basically, and the white cable there is the ground. So I use breakout board to put things together. As you see in the video, there are 3 relays and as per schematic, and also there are the diodes on the front side. And also now I'm just trying to put 3 flyback diodes on the opposite side of the board. This is, as I said, to prevent ECU damage because of the inductive load on the ECU. If you are not familiar with the diode, so it has 2 terminals, anode and cathode. So as on the schematic you see that how it's connected. Please make sure that you connect the diodes the correct way. So the strip side of the diode is the cathode and the opposite side is the anode. From hobby store, from local hobby store. So it has on cover. You just drill a hole here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this one to that box, and I guess the proper way is do it is just come with screws. So what I'll do is take one of the screws. Probably try to attach it here. Okay, the boxing is done. Basically, as you see, I left about 5 feet wires to connect to the lights on each side and the terminals to the hitch. Okay, for the installation, before doing any permanent connection, I will try to find, basically trace the wires on each side of the car. Now on the left side, I tapped the two wires, which one is the gray and then red one. More details see in the schematic. So I want to first make sure that the lights are working, and basically if I put the left turn signal, this relay box should click, and on the output of that group I will have switching power from the relay. The same thing I will do on the right side, and also because I decided to put my box on the right side, I also use the right side tail light cable to basically supply the third group. As you see here, I'm using this special type of connector, which basically you can terminate the cables safely. So you just clip on the cable, the wires, and it should work. So it also you just need to compress it. And originally for this size of wire, it's better to use the red color the connector, but I don't have it with me, that's why I use the blue one. As you see that I using the plier, I try to make that gap is a little bit less in order to work with the smaller gauge wire. So if you need any supply, let me know on the comments down below. I will add the links if you want to purchase those. So basically I tested the concept works. So now I'm going to do permanent connection. I will remove the ground cable that I connected, and I'll do much more nicer job. And then also I use some zip ties in order to make connections very good and neat. So another side of the car, the right side, is about the same thing. You just need to follow the color code which is on the schematic in order to attach those wires. If you watched my previous videos, you see that I installed also a subwoofer on my right side of the panel. So that's why my configuration is a little bit different than yours. But other than that, you just need to follow the color code. This is from where I took the power. This is under rear seat. I recommend to put the fuse and then take the power to there. Yes, that's pretty much it. As you see, I also did this side as well. I attached the ground wire as well, and all the wires tapped already. So I just need to put the flex tube and then cover everything, put everything. Alright, so right side is done as well. As you see, I put the flex loom to the tube to protect the wires. This is on the right side, and left side you already saw. Those cables are going on the same connector. I made a hole here as well to take these wires out. The remaining is simple. Basically, I need to take out those wires from that hole. I put the grommet there in order to prevent the damage. Take out from that hole, bring it back, bring it out, and connect to that trailer extension cable that I showed you earlier. So and I also purchased this cover to make it look nicer, and I put everything that long wire in this cover, and the pin that I just inserted, it will prevent those cables wiggling and also going out. So this is final touch. You see everything is clear, everything is put it together, and it's functional. I tested. At the end, see some pictures what kind of load I put on my trailer. This is basically 2,000 pounds of load. I wanted to go more than trailer hitch manufacturing recommended. And thank you so for watching.